So far in our series of Live Ayur Talks, we've delved into various health topics like diabetes, joint pain, immunity, and more. Our focus today is on Ayurveda's role in managing IBS. In today's fast paced lifestyle, factors such as stress, dietary habits, and lifestyle choices contribute significantly to the rise in IBS cases. They're characterized by symptoms like abdominal pain, bloating, diarrhea, and constipation. IBS can significantly impact one's quality of life. To shed light on managing IBS holistically, we are privileged to have Dr. Jyoti Lakhani, a renowned Ayurvedic expert. Dr. Jyoti will delve into Ayurveda's invaluable insights and effective strategies for managing IBS and promoting digestive health. With Ayurveda's holistic approach, we aim to explore how traditional practices and lifestyle modifications can offer relief from IBS symptoms and enhance overall well being. Dr. Jyoti Lakhani is the founder and chief physician at Ayur Healing, Ayurveda and Panchakarma Clinic in Calcutta. Having more than 16 years of experience in clinical practice, research, and education in the field of Ayurveda. She holds an MS in psychotherapy and counseling, Bachelor of Ayurveda medicine and surgery. She has expertise in treating both acute and chronic cases using only classical Ayurveda formulations, along with Panchakarma, meditation, and yoga. And today we're honored to have her here for this session. She brings with her an ocean of knowledge and will be sharing her insights on infertility and how we can harness the power of Ayurveda to help. So let's not waste any more time and delve right into it. Dr. Jyoti, can you explain the Ayurvedic perspective on acidity, bloating, constipation, and diarrhea?
Yeah, hi. Thank you for inviting me, first of all, Suchitra. Thank you, Livayus, for arranging such kind of enlightening webinars for common public. I think it's very much required since we are seeing last 50 years are very dangerous for Indian community. We have seen so much diseases have come out, and we are just trying to find out the reason behind heart disease. We are trying to find out what is the cause for autoimmune disorders. We are trying to find out the reasons behind all the different kinds of dangerous cancers and plenty of other things. What we are lacking right now is getting into the base of it, getting deep into the root of it, that the root cause is your food. And today, the topic we have taken, I think it's very important for us to understand that this is the basics for all the disease: bloating, indigestion, constipation, diarrhea. We consider them as very casual, symptoms and just ignore them most of the time. And we have no idea, especially common public, that when we are ignoring these simple things and not treating them wisely, not correcting our food style and lifestyle, how they're ending up into further diseases, how they are creating the main diseases which we are fighting right now. We are trying to find out the root for the big disease. We have no idea the root is this one. And if we are okay with all these things, we will never end up in those big disease. That's my promise to everyone. So, in clinic practice, since I'm related to my clinical practice, so I am in aware of this thing, that how much this is required to be corrected by every citizen of this country or the world. It is very much important for us to understand the type of Agni you have. Agni is the, what do you say, it is the fundamental unit of your body. It is something which is going to uh, nourish your body, which is going to protect your body. If Agni is not there, we say it is the time of death. So we can understand that how important. And this Agni is basically responsible for digestion and our lifestyle. Since we are adopting the lifestyle of Western countries, so we are forgetting what our ancestors used to do and how their lifestyle was, and how they had a very good appetite, how they had a very good digestion, how they used to digest the hardest of the things. Rather, we are unable to digest simple water also. So we need to get focus on these things, and we need to understand. So let's start with simple bloating. The bloating is, why bloating is happening in your body is when basically this comes under the category of indigestive categories, which we call grahani dosh. Basically, the topic has been taken under the Grahani Dosh Adhyay. It is basically the types of, we have different categories. We call them Ajirna, we call them Amlapit, we call them Atisar, we call them Vibandh, we call them then Raktajatisar, ulcerative colitis, that is. So when we ignore the very basic thing, that is Ajirna, indigestion of food, basic simple thing. It starts with what? You feeling bloated after food. You are having the food which is very dry in nature. You are having more quantity of raw food in the form of fruits or salads. You are having more of sprouted foods. Today I will tell you what mistakes are we doing, how much blunder are we doing in our daily life, that is causing so much of pain, that is causing so much of disturbance in your body. And it gives, since our body is made up of Vata Pitta Kapha, which is predominance of five Mahabhutas, so food we are taking right now is only protein or only carbohydrate. We have like categorized everything. So when we are not having our food properly, which in Ayurveda has been mentioned as Shad Ahar Ras Yukt, like you should take six rasas. The food should be made up of six rasas. So when we are not taking this kind of food, when we are not taking care of our agni, when we don't know the type of body we have, we are vat predominant or pith predominant or kaph predominant, because depending upon these different types, you will understand the type of your digestive power, how much you can digest, which are the things you are able to digest properly, which are the things your body needs to get digested, or which are the things your body need. So unless you understand your own body, which we should, by going to this Livayur app, we have this Tridoshas Prakruti app also, where everyone can go and check their kind of Prakruti, and on that basis you can. Why we mention this thing every time? Because it is very important to know your Prakruti, and then you will understand your digestion. So when we follow these kind of things, or we don't follow proper rules and regulations, that I'll mention in details little later, so we end up in Agni Mandya. We call it as your body is not able to digest those things properly. And end up in very simple things. It starts with bloating. It starts with sore. It starts with sore burp. It starts with uncomfortable. You may feel sweat. Some people may feel headache after eating food. They don't feel comfortable. They don't sleep at night because of this sore belching or burping. So and another, there are two three conditions in this also. Sorry, one is bloating, just bloating. Another is bloating with some sore burps or sore burping. So if we have to actually, only an Ayurvedic physician can differentiate between these different kinds of indigestion. Also, bloating is also different types. So depending upon the type of bloating you have, suppose usually we have seen that people, if they touch any part of their body, they start burping. That's a different type. That is only Vataja. That's purely Vataja. So these are different types of indigestion. And then when we ignore this, we will end up in some kind of acidity. It's called amla pitta. And when we ignore amla pitta, we end up into constipation. When constipation is not being treated properly, we end up in what we call, say, diarrhea or atisar in Ayurveda. And later IBD, which is very common, irritable bowel syndrome. These are the things which, one suffers when one is not uh,
That's very
following
useful,
the
Dr. Jyoti.
properly. Yes.
So, how does Ayurveda categorize different types of indigestion related disorders? Are there specific Ayurvedic treatments for each type?
Yes, every time. I told you already that we have a different prakrutis in our body. So depending upon that, we categorize them into Vat Pittaja, Vat dominant, Pitta dominant, or Kaph dominant, depending upon the sign and symptoms a person is suffering from. Suppose a person is Pittaja Prakruti, so mostly they suffer from Amla Pitta or Vidagdha Jeerna. A person is Vataja Prakruti, so maybe he'll suffer from constipation. A person is neglecting all these things, he will suffer from IBS or different kinds of diarrhea. If the person is taking frequent meals, these are very common these days. So there are different categories depending upon the type of particular person and their lifestyle and the food habits.
Sure. So, Dr. Jyoti, what are the core principles of Ayurvedic treatment for managing symptoms of indigestion? What are the core
Very,
principles?
very, very basic and very simple. We work on Agni. Agni is your digestive capacity, which we can compare with enzymes in common language, but it is not actually. It is much more deeper and much more broader term. So basically, by protecting the Agni, your body is made up of in such a form that it tells you what is right and what is wrong. When we don't listen to our body, we end up in some kind of other disturbances. First thing is, why are we eating frequently? When our body is not able to digest the previous food, why are we eating the next meal? Who told you to have this frequent mealing? Where this concept of frequent mealing is coming from? We need to understand why the diseases have come from last 50 years, not before that, because there was no trend of eating frequently in India, especially previously. The trend of eating frequently is coming when dietitians came into the role, and they have learned this western technology of food, and not able to understand ghee. They have considered it is a very bad thing, but actually ghee cannot harm a human being. It is very much required. It improves, since it has the quality of balancing the pitta dosh, balancing the vata dosh, and also having same quality of kapha dosh doesn't increase it also. So ghee is very much essential for your body. So by considering these things, I think we go on the principle of your Agni, understand your body. If your previous food is not digested, we will not eat the next meal. Langanam param oshadam has been mentioned in Ayurveda. That is, you keep your body little, what do you say, fasting, until unless you're very hungry. Listen to your body. Your body is telling you everything. Now I'm hungry, give me food, as much as food you can digest. But when you're not hungry, and just because you're following some nonsensical thing, you just keep eating, then your body gives up that I'm not able to digest it. The thing is, only when your Agni is in good condition, you're feeling very hungry, you eat. Otherwise, Langanam is paramoshadam. Wait for your hunger to come in a good position and then eat. This is the basic thing which we have to do, which we have to follow. This is the basic principle. And what we do, we try to correct the diet. We try to correct the diet depending upon the type of patient, the type of their symptoms. And definitely these things are very much like they very easily can be corrected and very easily can be managed.
So, when we don't listen to our body, all these problems
Yeah,
arise then.
absolutely.
So, how does Ayurvedic treatment for indigestion compare to the conventional medical approaches? Can Ayurveda be
Very.
used alongside conventional medications safely and effectively alongside?
So I'm going to answer your first question first. That Ayurveda treatment is entirely different. We work on root thing. We are working on the reasons why it is happening. Once we correct those reasons, because सब लोग सोचते हैं ना आयुर्वेद में परहेज क्यों बताया जाता है. Until unless you correct the reason why it is happening, we cannot treat anybody. So we tell our parents very frankly on their face that if you do not want to correct your reasons, or what is the cause of that disease particularly, we will not correct you. It might be temporary thing, and then you can come back to your normal routine, and then you understand, you study, or you will be known to know how to correct yourself, how to correct your diet. And once you know that, you can continue with there. And second thing is, we use the method of our basic principles. We are using, like, we correct the Agni system first. We correct your digestion with the help of medication. If it is required, I do detoxification, that is called as panchkarma. We do that in some patient, like if the person is kaf pradhan, we go for vaman. If the person is pitta pradhan, we go for virechan. Depending upon the type of symptoms they are suffering from, we do this, and then we correct with the combination of diet and exercise are very important to boost your metabolism. So we do a combination of medicines with some workout and a diet. If we'll work on this, the person will be fine. And second question is, yes, we can. I don't recommend usually the both method together. But if person is not ready, I don't treat that person. But I think only by using Ayurveda treatment you can correct yourself. You don't need any other method to correct along with the Ayurvedic medicine or treatment.
That is very useful,
And
Dr.
we should
Jyoti.
not mix these two. We should not mix.
Okay, so how do you strengthen digestion from the roots? How do you strengthen it?
See, very basic thing. If your the fist, we usually say the size of fist is your stomach. Try to eat less. See the workout what you're doing, what kind of physical work or mental work you have. Eat accordingly your body type. Don't eat just because you have to eat fruits also. Like it is come into the form of, I'm seeing in every family that people are having breakfast, and after 1 hour there is a routine of taking fruits, and then after 1 hour taking the routine of lunch, and then after 1 hour 2 hour evening snacks, and then again at like 8:39 or late night we are having dinners, and then we go to sleep directly after the dinner, and we end up getting so much of diseases. So listen to your body. Only fundamental principle is listen to your body. First rule is eat only when you're hungry. If you're not hungry, don't eat. Number two is have only maximum 3 meals. Make it two if you can. But otherwise, you just make 3 meals a day. Morning breakfast, after you get up, eat something within 1 hour or 2 hour maximum of that. Don't keep your stomach empty after finishing off your bowel movement. Since in Ayurveda, it has been mentioned that when there is a cleaning of bowel movement, the Vayu dosh comes up. The Vat which comes up, it gives you then bloating and different kind of things. So we need to understand that we need to listen to our body, that we should get up after 1 hour of that only be possible when you eat early at night. So 7 before 7 p.m. we should finish our meal. In the afternoon have small meals, in the evening have small meals. If you want anything in the heavy, have it in the morning. Breakfast should be heavy. It may be breakfast or it should be your heavy lunch, anything. Give some gap for it to digest. Next meal only should be taken when you're feeling very hungry. These are the simple things. Do exercise empty stomach. Never do exercise after food. That's very important. We need to do some rigorous exercise or yoga or deep breathing in the morning time. That's very important, or evening when you're empty stomach. These are the very important fundamental things which will improve your digestion like anything. Third is have some medicated waters. If you need, depending upon your type, you can ask your Ayurvedic doctor about it. They will prescribe you few things, but not for the longer time. Don't take anything on your own. Like people take some churnas at the night, they take trifla churran, this churran, that. They're very dangerous, you cannot have them. Don't eat sprouted foods. And we should not we should use medications like pancharist and different kind of medications. Those are very good for digestion, but only under medical supervision. Ask your doctor about it. You will come to know that if it's required, they will give you some medicines. Don't take medicines on your own. Like Ayurveda, they think is their kitchen recipe. So Pancharish has different combinations of medicines which are very good for digestion, like draksha and different things. So they are very good for digestion and they give energy to your body. Proper absorption of the food is there, but only if it is mentioned and if it is required by your body, then only you go for any medication. Otherwise, your medication is being decided by only your doctor, not you. Ayurvedic doctors are equally very dangerous if not taken under doctor prescription.
Thank you for reiterating, Dr. Jyoti, all good lifestyle habits. So, what other herbs and formulations can be used to manage indigestion symptoms?
Herbs and formulations we cannot tell like in general for everyone, because it again depend upon person to person, the type of prakriti you have, the dominancy of doshas in your body, one what sign and symptoms you're suffering from. So usually I recommend go for hot water. I told already about the dosha tool. First just find your prakriti, find your dosha, and you will come to know which kind of, suppose a person is suffering from pitta vyadi, it's more dominance of pitta, and he's taking some hot things in his life, under only him his medication without consulting any doctor. So he'll not come to know that what kind of prakriti, that pitta dosh will increase because both the things are pitta. His body is pitta dominant and the things he's taking is pitta dominant. Then again they will be ending up on increasing the sign and symptoms, not decreasing or not getting any relief out of it. तो दे विल से कि आयुर्वेदा का साइड इफेक्ट है, आयुर्वेद गर्म पड़ता है. नो, आयुर्वेद कभी गर्म नहीं होता है. ठीक है, तो ये लोगों का जो कंसेप्ट है ना, ये चेंज करना बहुत 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 ज्यादा जरूरी है. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर देम टू अंडरस्टैंड that only if it is required by your body, the kind of things. And इनका भी एक बहुत ज्यादा, because in Ayurveda we work on ritucharya, like we work on dinacharya. We work on ahar kal. We preferably don't eat after sun set. So these are all connected. Your body clock, your like the time clock, the nature clock, the climate clock, all these are connected. So we need to understand, like this is April month, so this is Vasant Ritu. So we should not go for any animal products or like curd and milk. We should not consume that, because this is the time where kapha dosh is already dominant. If we consume this kind of food, they will further destroy that kapha dosh. So we need to understand. For this, we need another session. I will take in detail that in what situation, what kind of food we should take, and how we can make our body more healthy. But in general note, I think I request everyone to have hot water in between. That is very important. That will help you to digest your toxins which are already in your body. That will further boost your digestion to go into a proper way. Then third thing is, it will help you to feel very light. It gives you that lightness in your body, because most of the people after eating their lunch, they feel they want to go to sleep. Why it is that? And second important thing is, because of that kapha dosha which is dominant at the end of food, we feel sleepy. And that's why in Ayurveda it has been mentioned that kadvi cheezein kashaya should be taken at the end. There are six rasas: uh, madhura, amla, lavana, katu, tikta, kashaya. So our food is made up of these six ahar rasyu. If we are, I can promise anyone that if somebody is eating their food in this six rasas combination, he will or she will never suffer from any kind of deficiencies, because all the minerals, vitamins, whatever is required by your body, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, all are being covered in these six rasas. Whether we are focusing on only carbohydrates or only protein or only this or only roughage, I think we should focus on this shadaras ahar, shadaras yukt ahar, which is very important. We start with the sweet one, we end with the kadwa one, bitter one. So that will give you the balance of doshas. Because if one dosha will go up, this six rasas will mitigate the other doshas, and at the end of the food, you will get the balance of dosha. When there is a balance of dosha in your body, everything else will be in balance. You will never end up in the disease. So depending upon the time, you should eat. You should eat proper meals, not more, not like overstuffed. You should feel light. So all these things, if you do normally, it will help you a lot. Just try to follow these simple steps and just let me know how are you feeling.
Thank you, Dr. Jyoti. So, you mentioned the lifestyle which we should follow, the Ayurvedic lifestyle. So, if there's one particular specific lifestyle modification, which one would you recommend? What is the main lifestyle modification one
This
should
is
do?
very important. This is very important since our body is connected with the lifestyle. So we need to sleep early. Don't sleep in the afternoon. Sleep at night. Night is meant for sleeping, because there is a dominance of Vata dosha at night. So our body needs rest, and to revive its functioning, to revive itself, we need to sleep on time. Like we should, late to late, we should go to sleep by 10 p.m. It's more than, why all these diseases are coming up, because most of us are waking up at late, and we are sleeping late at night and waking up at very late in the morning. So that is the thing. We should get up early in the morning. Automatically, your life clock will come into the normal, because you had your food at 7 p.m. Next day morning, you will if you get up at like 6 a.m. or 4 a.m., you will have your meal by 6 a.m. or 8 a.m., like that. So you, that gap will give you a good kind of hunger. It brings out the best of digestion in you. And then your if you have heavy meal in the morning, you have whole day to digest it. So have something heavy in the morning, and then go for light, and then the lightest one comes in the evening. This way it will go. I think nothing will happen to you. Very important to wake up early and go to sleep early, and then work out. Walk empty stomach in the morning, or work out, whatever you like, whatever you like. Just do. Give, boost your body. I think yoga is the best, because it works into the deeper level compared to any normal exercise. I've seen whatever people say, but I know that yoga works on very deep level, so it's very good. So if we just follow these things, this is very important. And depending upon the type of climate you're having, if it is summer, eat according to that. If it is winter, eat according to that. If it is now the climate is there, it is very dry and different, and eat according to that. So depending upon your type and the climate you're staying. And most importantly, eat where you stay. The things, local things. Suppose you are in Kolkata, so try to have the things which are born and brought up in here, not from America, because your body are used to this climate, not to America. So your body will accept, your body will able to digest the things which are locally prepared or locally formed, compared to anything which is external, which is not from your place. So your body, for that, it is, suppose the thing which is made up in America and have come to your place, the climate difference is too much. You can see, and the thing which you brought over here will not bring you that results which will bring you over there in that particular place. So every place has its own particular mention. Like acharyas have told everything so beautifully, that this region has this kind of food, you should eat this kind of food when while you stay in Kolkata. Suppose you're eating curd and everything in this kind of climate in Kolkata, you will end up in plenty of disease. And moody, like it is mentioned over here, so we have moody, this is very good for health. So like in Jammu we have more of the leafy vegetables, because the climate is like that. There are different places and we have a different food mentioned for particular that place. So try to have the local food, and and listen to your body. That is very important. Need to understand what your body wants to eat or not. If doesn't, don't eat.
Absolutely. Listen to your body and follow a simple, balanced Ayurvedic lifestyle. That was extremely
This looks like
insightful.
very simple, but the results it will get na, you will tell me later.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was extremely insightful. Thank you, Dr. Jyoti, for your time and for sharing such detailed information. I'm
Thank you,
sure the
sister.
audience will greatly benefit from it. I would also like to thank our audience for being a part of this. Hope you enjoyed the session. With this, we would like to end the session. You can visit the Live Ayur website and follow the social media handles for regular updates. See you in the next session next month on constipation. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.